So, you're ready to sell your home. Right at the very beginning, you face a huge decision. A decision that could literally be the difference between you pocketing an extra $30,000 or handing it over to somebody else. It's that classic choice: hire an agent or do it yourself. Let's really dig into what that means for your bottom line. Okay, so you've got two paths, right? Path A, you hire a real estate agent. The big downside is obvious. You're going to pay a hefty commission. We're talking around 30 grand on an average sale. Ouch. Then there's path B. You sell it yourself. But what's the catch? What are you really giving up to save that money? That's the big mystery we're going to solve today. All right, let's get right into it. The number one fear, the single biggest thing that stops people from even thinking about selling their own home, is this idea that they'll get way less money for it. It's a really powerful myth, so let's tackle it head on. And here it is. This is the big, scary statistic that gets thrown around all the time, often by agents. It's straight from the National Association of Realtors, and man, it paints a pretty stark picture, suggesting a massive price gap if you go it alone.
Yeah, let's just let that sink in for a second. Negative $80,000. That is a staggering, terrifying difference. It's absolutely enough to make almost anyone say, nope, not for me, and immediately call an agent.
Of course, whenever you see a number that dramatic, you have to hit the pause button and ask yourself, is there something else going on here? Is this really telling us the whole story?
This is where we stop listening to the scary headlines and start looking at what independent academic research has to say. You know what happens when you actually compare apples to apples? So here's the catch with that big scary number. It's a classic apples to oranges comparison. See, when you dig into the NAR's own data, you find that the for sale by owner, or FSBO group, naturally included more lower-priced properties, things like mobile homes or houses in rural areas. So it's not that the homes sold for less because the owner sold them, it's that people who own less expensive homes are just more likely to sell them without an agent in the first place.
And this is the punchline. When a real academic study was done by the National Bureau of Economic Research, where they compared similar homes in the same areas, that huge $80,000 price gap, poof, it completely disappeared. Their conclusion? There's no significant price difference.
And the researchers, they didn't pull any punches. They said it flat out. Their data just doesn't support the idea that hiring an agent and listing on the MLS automatically gets you a higher sale price.
But wait, it gets even better. Buried in that same NAR report were a couple of little facts that are, well, pretty inconvenient for the "you must use an agent" argument. Turns out, homes sold by their owners actually tended to sell faster. And, get this, they received on average 100% of their asking price, while agent-assisted homes got 98%. So what does all of this really mean? It means selling by owner isn't just about avoiding some mythical price drop. It's actually about gaining some very real, very clear advantages that go way beyond just the commission.
Okay, let's start with the big one, the money. On a pretty typical $500,000 home, you're looking at an average of $30,000 that stays right in your bank account. I mean, come on, that's a new car, a college fund, that's life-changing money. And beyond the cash, you get something that's honestly priceless: total and complete control. You call the shots on the final price, no one pressuring you. You set up showings when it works for your family, and you get to talk directly to the people who want to buy your home. No middleman, just clear communication. All right, so we've busted the myth. We've seen the very real advantages. And now you might be thinking, okay, this sounds pretty good, but how in the world do I actually do it? Well, the great news is it's not some chaotic mess. There's a clear, simple roadmap you can follow. Look, you can break the entire journey down into 5 straightforward stages. You start with preparing your home and pricing it smart. Then you market it, manage the showings, navigate the offers you get, and finally, you close that sale. That's it. Let's just zoom in on that first step because it's so important. It really all boils down to 2 things: presentation and price. First, you gotta make your home shine. Deep clean, get rid of clutter, and take amazing photos. Then you do a little homework. You look up comps. That's just what similar homes in your neighborhood have sold for recently. And you use that info to set a smart, competitive price that gets buyers excited right from day one.
And when it comes to marketing, gosh, it's so much easier than it used to be. A simple yard sign with a custom QR code becomes your 24/7 salesperson. Anyone walking or driving by can just point their phone at it and boom, they've instantly got all the pictures and details of your home.
It's that easy. So let's recap. The scary myths? Not true. The advantages? Totally real. And the process? Actually pretty straightforward. So what really stops more people from doing it? Honestly, it's just not knowing where to find the right support and the right tools to get it done with confidence.
Here's the main thing I want you to walk away with today. Selling your home yourself is not some crazy risky move anymore. For today's homeowner, it is an incredibly powerful, totally viable, and really profitable option.
And that's exactly where a platform like SaveOnYourHome.com comes in. They saw this need and built a whole set of tools designed specifically for people selling their own home. And the best part, the entire platform is completely free to use.
So instead of flying blind, you get actual guidance on how to price your home and handle negotiations. Instead of staring at a blank screen, you get easy-to-use tools to create a beautiful online listing. They even send you a free custom yard sign to get your marketing started right away. It's all there in one place.
Seriously, you can get your home listed and out there for buyers to see in just a few minutes. If you're ready to check it out, just grab your phone, scan the QR code right there on your screen, and it'll take you right where you need to go. So, it all comes down to this, doesn't it? Are you ready to keep tens of thousands of dollars in your own pocket and take full control over one of the biggest financial decisions you'll ever make?